All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to Money Earth Academy, guys. I got a crazy series coming at you right now. I'm going to be taking you along my journey trying to wholesale real estate. Now, as you guys already know, I've already expressed interest in the past towards my inclination for real estate. I'm currently in the process right now of looking for, single family and duplexes, triplexes to buy for my own investments to house hack right now. But one thing I want to try is wholesaling real estate. Now, some of you might know this, some of you may not, but probably almost most of you have heard of this. Now, if you're on TikTok, you've probably heard of wholesaling real estate. There's tons of gurus out there flexing their wholesale gains, guys. These guys are out here and girls saying they're making $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a deal, but hardly any of them are even showing any of their actual checks. And most of them are saying they did it in just 15 days, 30 days, 45 days, whatever. And this little crazy amount of time, they're saying they made these massive like $10,000, $8,000 gains and way upwards to like $60,000, $70,000. And I just want to cut right through the BS, guys. I want to find out, is this cap or no? Because I honestly can't tell. I know some of them out here are legit. The ones actually showing the receipts, guys, showing the checks. But there's a whole hell of a lot of people out here, guys, just showing absolutely nothing and just making these crazy claims. So I'm here, guys, to help bust the myth and find this out. So I'm going to be taking you guys along my journey of wholesaling real estate over the next 30 days, 2 months, whatever it is, until we get our first deal under contract. And you know what? I'm not expecting to make a whole lot of money right off the bat, guys. That's the thing with this. There's definitely a big learning curve I know that you have to go through to actually get your first deal. Now, for me personally, guys, I'm not too concerned about making a crazy amount of money off my first deal or two. This is really actually helping me learn a lot more about real estate as I'm beginning to start dipping my toes into the pool, guys. I'm starting to learn a lot more. It's going to get me really trained and really good on, analyzing deals. So that way I know when I go to buy investments for myself, what's a good deal and what's not. So let me explain wholesaling really quick. So wholesaling is basically when I say, me the wholesaler, I go out and I find a distressed property. Most of the time, these are distressed properties that need a lot of remodeling. So usually only a real estate investor can actually buy that property, because most of the time a bank won't actually loan on a property that's too distressed. So guys, I go out and I find these distressed properties either on market or off market. And there's many different ways you can find these on market or off market. We'll definitely cover them as we go on through this video series, guys. I'm going to definitely make more in-depth videos on each subject later on, as well as continuing to add more in-depth information as we go through this series. Anyway, so guys, so wholesaling is I basically go out and I find this distressed property, say for $100,000. Now, let's say, for example, the ARV of this could be $200,000. Now, ARV, guys, just means after repair value. So that means after this home is fixed up and it's remodeled, that it could be worth $200,000. Now, let's just say, for example, let's just throw out a number. Let's just say this needs $30,000 of repairs. So let's say I go to the seller and I say, hey, I would like to buy your property for $100,000. Now, what I do is I take that deal and I go sell that to a cash investor. Now, there's different ways you can find cash investors. I'll go over those more, of course, as we go through this series. Now, as I go to this cash investor and I say, hey, here's this property that I have. I'm willing to sell it to you for $110,000 and needs $30,000 in repairs, but I believe it's worth $200,000 after it's all repaired, which is the ARV. So that would put the cash investor at, after his purchase of $110,000 and $30,000 and $140,000, which leaves him a $60,000 spread, which leaves me a $10,000 assignment fee. And now, guys, that's basically the quick and dirty version of wholesaling. And so, guys, you're probably really confused about wholesaling, and that's okay if you don't know much about it at all. There is a ton of information out there about wholesaling, guys. I mean, let me just show you this really quick. Guys. Look how many videos there are out here on YouTube Academy about wholesaling. There are so many videos, guys. So there's tons of videos out here. And let me just point out two people really quick. Flipping Mastery TV I've been learning the last few days. He is really good. He has a lot of good information. And Lily Thompson, she does another series kind of just like this. Super informative, guys. Really good stuff. So guys, those are just a few examples of people out there right now killing it and also giving really great informational videos. And I really hope to do the same, guys. Bring you through the process and show you how this really works and show you it's maybe not as scary or as crazy as you think. And if I can do this, guys, go make some money and do wholesaling, you guys can definitely do wholesaling. I think wholesaling is a great pathway to lead you into real estate and learning more about that world, because there's a lot of ways you can make money in real estate, and this is just one of them. Anyways though guys, so one of the first things I'm going to be doing is driving for dollars, which means I'm just gonna go drive around properties where people are currently flipping properties, guys. And there's ways to do that. You just use something like Redfin, Zillow, yada yada yada, and look for properties that were just recently flipped. Now it's really easy to tell what's been flipped. Well, the first way is look if it's staged. Is it staged? Is it vacant? Usually in the description they let you know if it's vacant. But in the pictures, you can definitely tell if a home is staged because it's always going to be really high-end furniture. There's not going to be a whole lot of furniture. Some of the rooms are going to be empty, and it's going to look very high-end. It's going to look top of the line, remodeled, right? It's super, super easy to spot a remodeled house over a normal house, guys. So that's one of the easiest ways to find houses that have been flipped. So after finding those houses that have been flipped, you know investors are investing in that general city, that area, that neighborhood, wherever it is, guys. That's what you got to figure out first. And I already know quite a few areas around me where investors are investing quite a bit of money and flipping a lot of houses. So I'm going to drive around in those cities in my area. I'm going to be looking for distressed properties. The sign of distressed properties like broken windows, boarded up windows, way overgrown lawn, just poor yard maintenance, maybe bad roof, maybe the house on the outside is just rotting, the shingles are just bad, or the siding's just like rotted or whatever. It's pretty easy to spot a distressed property. You know one when you see one, guys. There's junk in the front yard. It just looks kind of like maybe more beat up. That's how you spot a distressed property. Now what you do from there is you write down that property and you can then skip trace that address and the information using various different sources. You can't see this right now that well, but PropStream is one of them, and then Deal Machine is another. These are just a few different examples, guys, of sources you can use. Now, like I said, there's a lot of different ones out there. I will probably be trying PropStream and maybe Deal Machine at the same time, seeing which one I like better. Now, another really good way to do this, guys, and sorry, I've been talking way too long here. I know we just want to get into the juicy stuff, going out and actually looking at the properties, but I'm just trying to lay a basis down because this first video is going to be more the introductory stuff. Now, I'm not going to go too more in depth now, guys. Here's what we're going to do. I've already spent the last few days just learning as much as I can on YouTube Academy. We're going to go ahead and start driving for dollars. I'm going to get my camera all charged up. It's blinking right now, which means it's about to die. So I'm going to get it all charged up. We're going to hit the road, go driving for dollars. I'm going to buy one of these. I'm probably going to get the trial on both of them and test them both. PropStream and Deal Machine is what I'm really interested in right now. So let's get at it, guys. I'm going to get the camera charged up and I'll get back to you when I'm in the car. All right, guys, so I'm already out here driving for dollars right now, and I already see a house that's kind of, you know, making me a little more intrigued about it. It looks vacant, and one thing you need to look for is also vacant houses. So take a look at this house right here. I know you probably can't see it all that well through my dirty windows, but it's this house right here, guys. Now, there is like a for sale sign up, but I checked the MLS and I can't find anything on the MLS about this house right now. The inside looks pretty vacant. The blinds were all kind of like broken and folded up. The lawn doesn't look all that well taken care of. There's a lot of weeds and stuff. Yeah, so I'm not really sure what's going on with this house. It's definitely making me intrigued though. So let me show you what I'm going to be doing here in the app. So this is what we do here in the app. I just come here and I'm using both Deal Machine and PropStream right now. I already flagged it in Deal Machine, but in PropStream, let's do this. All we do is we come in here. Okay, guys, so now as you can see, it says I'm here on PropStream, and I can touch a property just like this. And as you see, that is actually the house that is right there. So that's the house right there, and I can click on this and try and get details about it. Anyways though, okay, so here there actually is a listing for it here. This one actually has pictures. On Deal Machine, it did not pull up any pictures. So this property definitely does look vacant. So that is interesting. I wonder why it is vacant, and I wonder why I cannot find it on the MLS. And as you see down here, you can see all the information about it. So it says the owner is Red Sign Invest, which is what that sign is right there. So it looks like maybe this property defaulted or something and the agency took over. I'm not sure why this company would actually own the house, but it seems like something like that probably happened. So as you see, can take a look at all of this, guys. You can see all the tax information, if there's any open loans on the house, how much the estimated loan balance remaining is left, all of that. So yeah, this is super interesting, guys. And the nice thing about this is it brings up comps. So as you see right there, all I had to do is just click comps, and it brings up comparable properties all in the area, guys. This is crazy. All sold properties in the area around the same square foot. So anyways, though, guys, this is just one example I just found that was kind of weird because I couldn't find it on like Zillow or Redfin or anything. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep driving around and looking for more properties. All right, you guys, so I'm out here driving right now, and I just saw another house. As you can see, I'll show you it really quick. It's this one right here. Now, the one with this house is, what's happening here is it just looks like it's almost like vacant almost. It's like, I don't know, there's not any cars parked, and this is a neighborhood where there's a lot of cars parked and stuff. There's no cars parked. It's got like old windows, the driveway's all like beat up. The backyard is super, super overgrown. There's like, the siding's kind of bad on the house. So yeah, that was one of the ones that I just marked down in PropStream right now and Deal Machine both, doing them both right now. And sorry guys, it's a little bumpy right now because I don't have the right car mount for this camera. So you're kind of just as you can see, you're kind of just propped up on my car dashboard right now. But yeah, so this is all you really driving for dollars is, guys. It's not that hard. You could use a bike to do this. You could walk to do this, guys. It's really not that hard. You just gotta, you know, get the guts and just go out there and start doing it. This is the first step. A lot of people, you get caught up in what's called analysis paralysis, and you just don't want to do anything because you're afraid, you know, well, what if I do come across a deal? But guys, I'm telling you right now, you're going to figure it out if you do. So now here is another really good looking one, guys. Let me turn the camera on and show you really quick. So take a look at this house right here. Do you see the siding on that? How beat up that is? Now the roof actually looks in a little bit newer, better shape, but the siding's super torn up. It's kind of overgrown, a lot of weeds, old front door, really old windows, guys, and kind of just like trash in the front yard. So this is how we do this again, guys. We're gonna come right in here and we're gonna click this house because it's this one right here on the corner. And it's going to bring up all of the details about this. It's gonna tell us if it's owner occupied or not. Then we can look up, you know, the comp, skip trace, and all that good stuff, guys. But I'm gonna go ahead and just click the heart on this for now, guys, because I'm just gonna get a bunch of these added in right now. Then we can go over them a lot more once we get back to the house. And then I'm also gonna do the same thing in Deal Machine really quick, just to make sure, just until I find out which one of these I actually like better. And just click add lead. And that's a good thing right there you wanna look out for, guys. Right there, it says equity percent, 70%. That is a really, really good one. And sell date 1987. So they have been there for a while, guys. So there's a good chance this could be a really good lead to hit up. But we're going to keep on driving and keep on looking. All right, guys. So I'm still driving around. And one thing to remember, I just want to really mention this, is got to be patient, guys. It's probably one of the most straightforward things to get up and go do. But very little people, like investors, actually do this because it does take time, guys. Not every house you see is going to be a fixer-upper. You're going to have to drive around a lot, and just keep driving. But like, don't stop until you have at least like 20 houses. And I know that might seem like a lot, guys, but you know, maybe do 15 or 10 or whatever works for you. Honestly, just find the number that sounds good to you and just go out and do that. When you see that there are properties that have been flipped and whatnot, and actually, here's an example of a kind of good one, actually. Maybe not. That one actually didn't look too bad. It just looked like the yard had been mowed in a little bit. You know, this is really the hardest part, guys, just actually finding the properties. Because you have to go out there and you have to drive around. But that's what people are going to pay you the big money for. That's why they're paying you that wholesale fee, is because you're out there looking for properties. You're out there doing the hard and dirty work, right? Because no one else wants to take the time to do this. So if you take the time to do this, guys, and you can find the good properties, you're going to make an absolute killing wholesaling. And if you get like bored easily or whatever, take a friend with you and go do it with like a friend or something, guys. Find a friend, go do it with a friend, throw on a podcast, do it with a brother, a sister, whatever. Throw on a podcast, just listen, learn. Like right now, I'm just doing this solo, so I just got a nice podcast just going in the background as I'm driving when I'm not filming, and I'm just taking the time just to kind of relax, think about work I gotta do, just listen to the podcast, learn a little bit. Like, it's not bad, guys. I actually enjoy, you know, kind of like being alone on my own anyways. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna keep driving around for a little bit, and I'll catch you back up in a bit. One quick thing to note again, guys, is like I told you, you want to find neighborhoods where people are flipping houses already. So as you can see, there is this white house right here. And notice the thing about this white house, there's no blinds on any of the windows. There's no cars, there's no grass really. There's like wood outside. The roof looks pretty new, right? So obviously this is a house that is probably in the process of getting flipped. It's got brand new gray paint, gray and white paint all over it. And as you can see, guys, take a look at this. So take a look at this, guys. In PropStream, it pulls up this house when I click on it, and look what this house used to look like. This old green color, right? And the inside's pretty beat up looking. So you probably can tell that this is a house, I mean, like, look at that. This is probably a house that was probably sold off market to an investor who's going to be fixing this up. Because obviously that house and that color is not what that looks like. That's got all new windows and light fixtures and everything, guys. So when you see stuff like that, guys, people flipping houses, you know you're in the right area because you know investors are out here flipping houses or getting them rental ready. This one looks like it's probably more of a flip just because it looks a little bit more high end for a rental. Not sure, that it could still be a rental, or for all I know, this could be somebody that is actually living there. However, the property looks vacant. And on PropStream and Deal Machine, they both tell me that the property is vacant. So that leads me to believe that it is probably an investor who got the property and who is just fixing it up right now. Because it looks like it was just purchased in February. And it's May right now. So yeah, not too long ago, guys. So I'm assuming this is probably an investor who's flipping that right now. Anyways, though, guys, so I've been finding a ton of houses out right now being flipped. And I'm finding a ton of leads I'm adding to this right now. So I'm super excited about this. I'm gonna go ahead and get a few more down the pipe and head back to the studio, and we'll start going over all of them there. So I'll catch you in a bit. All right, you guys, we're back here at the studio starting to go through some of these properties, and I meant to film a lot more of this. I am going to definitely film more of this as I'm going through the properties. However, I'm looking at my camera thing right now. My camera is almost dead, so I'm probably gonna have to charge this for a few hours and come back to this tomorrow and show you guys more of the properties tomorrow. However, if you guys do remember, the first house that we saw was that house that had the sign for sale on it, but we couldn't find it on the MLS anywhere for some reason. Yeah, it still had the for sale sign. And if you remember, it was this house right here. So after we looked it up on the Deal Machine and on PropStream, we saw that it said it was owned by like Red Sign or something. But yeah, it says it is owned by Red Sign Investments. So now that we know that, I went ahead and I went to Red Sign Investments company website. I sent them a message about this property, and now someone has actually just called me about it. An agent just barely called me about it, and I missed the call. So I'm gonna call them back right now so we can get a little bit of information about this property and maybe kind of see what's going on there, why it's up for sale, and kind of just get a little information, start getting warmed up into talking with people. So let's go ahead and get on that call now. Hey, yeah, it's Caden here.
Hey, Caden, Troy with the Red Sign team. How are you?
I'm doing just great. How are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. Thank you. I got your text. You're inquiring about one of our properties in Provo, right?
Yeah, so I was just driving around looking for some properties, and I saw that, and I saw the sign outside, but I couldn't find it anywhere listed on like Redfin or Zillow or on market anywhere yet. So I thought I'd just reach out to you guys through your website.
Most likely it is not listed yet. We put the signs out there, and we always, that way generate some kind of first people in line. So, which one was it in Provo? Because I'm actually out of the office right now, but I'm going to head back there and I can get the info on it. Which one? It was 900 West, I think?
Yeah, the 335 North, 900 West.
Okay. Now, real quick, and I'll make sure it's under the contract, and I'll do all that stuff for you as well. What had you looking for that property? Are you looking to move here pretty soon, or tell me a little bit about what you're looking for?
Yeah, no, I'm actually already in the area. I actually live out here in Orem, but basically Provo. And I'm just an investor out here, and I invest with a group of people. And we were just always looking for new properties, and I was just out driving around today, and I saw that one. I was like, oh, that looks like it could be a good one. So.
Oh, okay. So this is not for you to move into. This is more of an investment property.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, perfect. Now, are you guys looking for kind of close to BYU, or tell me a little bit about what you guys are looking typically for?
We're just looking for things right now. Right now in this market, we're looking for things that we can maybe flip potentially, just because everything's so hot right now. We're not really looking to hold on to too many rentals at the moment. But yeah, things close to like BYU, close to I-15, close to UVU. It's right there in the heart of Provo, so it's a good location right there.
Yeah, it is. Just all the students coming in and out all the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
So this is basically just gonna fix up a little bit, flip it for a little bit of profit.
Yeah, and I'm not sure because I couldn't see inside the property or anything. I didn't want to go up and look through the window in case anyone was in there. So I'm not really sure what it looks like on the inside or anything. I'm just kind of going off of the area and what the outside looked like.
Okay. Well, I can definitely get some things rolling here for you. Are you guys? Do you do your own financing? Do you have a hard money guy, or do you do traditional? What do you typically do to finance?
Yeah, most of the time it's either cash or hard money or private money.
Okay. Cash or private. Okay, perfect. And I take it you guys have already got that all lined up.
Yeah.
And are you working currently with any brokers or agents as far as finding properties, or?
No, we have a few agents that refer us properties, but most of the time, if there is an agent for the seller's house, I just ask them to represent us as well. And then I always like to, give the agent part of that 3% commission, so then they get the 6% commission then.
Okay, gotcha. So you basically typically partner up with whoever the selling agent is.
Yes.
Okay, you don't have a set contract with anybody.
No.
Okay, perfect. Okay, good. So what I'll do, I'll get back to the office and I'll find out a little bit more about this. And then this number is the best one to reach at, I take.
All right, there you have it, guys. That went really, really well, actually. Seems like a good guy, good agent. And as you see there, I don't know if you can maybe hear the tone of his voice. I don't know how much of that call I'll actually keep in the video or what I'll just skip forward. But as soon as I told him that I don't have an agent and that I would look for whoever, the seller agent is to also represent me, you can tell he definitely got a little bit more interested, because that's called the double dip strategy, right? Not because, right, if he helps me get that under contract, he's going to make double the amount of money he would, rather than if another agent came in helping a buyer and they had to split that 6% commission. However, if he represents me on the buyer side, he gets to keep that 3% commission, so he doubles what he could have made, which makes him very, very motivated to help me and get my offer accepted. Now, so that went really, really well, and that's a super, super awesome thing that this has not hit the market yet, or at least it doesn't look like that has hit the market yet. Hopefully not, because that could give me a really, really strong opportunity here to find a great off-market thing that's about to come on market. And the property from the pictures online don't look that bad. This looks like it's in pretty good shape. It's known as like a level 1 rehab, which is just basically carpet paint and light cosmetic things. So yeah, guys, I'll keep you posted on what happens with this one. But I'm gonna get my camera charged up because it's starting to blink red at me, so it's going to die any second now. And then yeah, tomorrow, once my camera's all charged up, we'll start diving through, screen recording this, and I'll show you guys what we're working with. So I'll catch you guys up then. All right, you guys, thanks for tuning in to this week's first episode of the wholesaling series, guys. It's been a real one. In the next episode, you're going to see me actually talking to real estate agents, actually making calls, trying to make offers. I'm going to also be trying to skip trace the owners of the houses that we found and trying to cold call them, contact them, text them, whatever it's going to take, guys. It's been a real one, though, guys. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode. And yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one.